In 3, dun, 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 dun. 2, dun, 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 dun. 1, dun, 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 dun. Go, go, go. Hey guys!
Hey guys! It's your favorite.
It's your favorite trio live from Layfield, and we are here with our brand new, we don't know if it's here to stay though, but we are here with a brand new podcast called LFL
Uncut.
So that means LFL Unfiltered.
Yes.
LFL Unrestricted.
Yes.
LFL Unregulated.
Come on.
And we are here, and we're just going to come and give you some extra, some...
Juicy LFL.
Yeah, some juices.
Because most of the time, the content that you guys saw in the last video, you guys are like, wow. That's generally how we speak in every video.
Every day.
But every video, we cut it down just so it's a bit more palatable, a bit more, a bit more nice and sweet.
Yeah, that's a bit soft.
Yeah, just a bit soft. But in LFL Uncut, you're going to get it how it is.
Straight direct.
Yeah.
Straight uppercuts.
Yeah, straight uppercuts. Uppercuts are 2018.
Straight body, no chaser, baby.
Yeah.
We're just here giving a real punch of life.
And the reason why we did the podcast is because you guys asked for it.
Yeah.
In our last video, there was a great, I don't want to say uproar. Uproar's not the right word. Yeah.
Yeah,
people were
uproar in DMs.
proper do a podcast.
You guys need to do a podcast. And I think once one person sees it, everyone starts going mad. Podcast. I think we've been doing YouTube for a hot sec.
Yeah.
Now everybody suddenly wants a podcast. Where's this coming from? But
yeah. So everyone's saying
we
that.
love y'all. So.
And because editing YouTube videos is super stupid long.
Yeah, and sorry, because people be approaching us in the streets. I was going to actually say with audacity, but I'm going to be polite and say with your boldness and saying that, you guys could be somewhere else, if you were actually consistent.
People are talking record.
Saying if you guys were consistent, you guys need to be more consistent. Actually, let's get something straight here, madam.
Are you kidding me?
With a ferociousness, with a boldness. How can you actually approach me and tell me that my work rate is not enough for you? That's what it is.
But did I tell you that I was a full-time YouTuber?
That's what I'm saying. Ever.
Did I ever say I was a full-time YouTuber?
Hey!
I don't know where you guys encounter these people because I never encountered them.
Because Beverley be running for cover when she sees me on the streets. Beverley be hiding, doing swerving. So we do roly-polies, cartwheels. Are you crazy?
Nah. Yeah, people be saying it.
Yeah,
but
people are mad.
Like I'm saying, I think it's important, number one, to first off realise how much work goes into this YouTube stuff. Yeah, so let's put it like this. Zoe, because Zoe edits, we all edit. We all do a cut each, so we call it 3 cuts. Zoe does it first, then Bev, then myself. So Zoe, how long is our footage when we first film it?
Sometimes it can be up to 3 hours.
Okay.
And it might not be that we're consistently talking, but we have breaks in between, which is our fault. We don't stop the camera.
Yeah.
And it's still rolling, but you have to watch the footage. Yeah. Otherwise, when will you know when it stops?
Yeah.
Because the whole time we're talking, so you just see the sound waves going. You just don't know.
Yeah. So how long does it take you to edit your section, your first segment?
It depends.
Average.
I'll say 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah. That's just Zoe's cut. Now, Bev, when you get it, on average, how long would you say you're editing?
No, I'm going to say a minimum 10 hours.
Yeah. I would say mine can go up to 15. Simply because once you start, once you want to put in a graphic of any sort, any kind of text, the thing can just...
It takes very long.
It takes a long time. So what is that? That's 8 plus 8. Let's keep it minimums. 8. So that's 24 hours minimum. I tell you, minimum.
Yeah.
Zoe lives... Where do you live?
I live in Affolshire.
Linda, where do you live?
In East London, where the man them are booked.
Mad girl.
And I live in Orpington. That is polar opposites of London town. So we have to now move the hard drives and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, nobody's going to be out here doing videos once a week.
Yeah,
every week.
Smoking something heavy.
Yeah,
I say heavy.
Yeah, so smoking something serious. Listen, if you are a YouTuber and you are putting videos out every week, kudos to you.
Yeah.
All glory to you. Yeah. I'll give you a round of applause. Yeah. But if that's your full-time job, then I can completely understand that.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't expect us to be releasing videos every single week. We go to work full-time.
No, let's talk about last year, because last year was really...
Yeah, last year was a bit of a...
Pre-reg year.
I was going to say shaky.
Yeah,
It was a
Last year, we obviously private checking. Yeah. Last year we were all doing our 9 to 5s, doing pharmacy, doing our pre-reg. It's like a placement year.
And that's only from July. From the start of the year, we were
in uni. You were in uni.
Yeah.
Serious things.
Final year things, dissertation things.
Yeah. For me, I was doing. It's either I was in uni or I was at work. And I was also doing ministry, doing a campus fellowship. That was a lot. And then if we take it to, let's say, just pre-reg, we had to go work 9 to 5, and then we had to come home and study for the exam. And the exam is one of them kind of exams where it's like, if you failed this exam, well, your 4 years of university.
What else?
Like, yeah.
I bit of the pop. What else?
Down the drain, mate. If you don't pass that exam, down the drain, mate. Have you ever had to go to work? I mean, work
like
and actually work and then actually come home.
Actually work.
Actually, like 9 to 5. Like, I have responsibilities and then come home and start
learning. Because if you're someone like me, I went to uni, but I didn't go to uni.
I didn't really do uni. Like, people's experience of uni is completely different to ours.
Different. I had to learn.
We weren't really students.
No.
We just got by the grace of God.
Grace actually
carried us.
Grace. And at one point, so if it's about uni 4th year, we were doing a lot of stuff. Like these guys were working. We obviously had
doing fellowship as well.
Doing fellowship. We also had what else did we do? YouTube. And then we also at one point had wigs. That's a madness. So anyway, that's why you talk about consistency. It's like, bruh.
Actually,
it's like, you guys have never, I guess I won't really blame you guys because we haven't really said outright ourselves.
Yeah.
But it's a thing of like, YouTube isn't our long-term
plan
hustle, you understand? So it's like, we're not really going to be thinking, let's put all of our energy, let's bring out videos week after week, let's get all the sponsorships, like, because it's not really what we're aspiring to create our lives upon, if you know what I mean. So,
and also you have to think about what you need to do in order to attain like these sponsorships to make all of this YouTube stuff like worthwhile. That's the content that we put up isn't to what's these people called, advertisers or whatever. So we're not really gonna dilute or compromise on our content for the sake of grabbing, you know,
one-two sponsorship. Never
so,
that.
It can never be us.
We get hollered at by all the sponsors. You know, for example, you see stuff like Best Feeds and that kind of stuff. These people holler at us, Vanity Planet holler at us, but it's like, why? What's that got to do with us? And then the pressure just to make the video for these people. It's just so much, man.
They want blood, man. They want blood. We need how many videos? How much are you people paying?
You know, and you don't want to pay. You want to give something. You want to give me a face brush for free. I should not advertise to what, minimum 20,000 people, and what? All I got was a £35 face brush. It's my name, idiot.
Yeah, smoking. And the thing is as well, like a lot of people, you know, it's very important how you approach people because they approach us always speaking like they're speaking to one person. Life from Layfield is a trio. A threesome. So when you address us like a one person, it's like you haven't even explored our brand. It's disrespectful.
It's disrespect.
And then you don't even realise that if you're offering money, we should be offering a bit more money because there's 3 people. Fam, I'm not sharing your 200 quid, fam. Give me 2 bills per person or fly away. Like, what are you talking about? Like, nah.
And Zoe touched on something that I just really want to... I thank God for this podcast because we can really get into some certain things. Our channel name is Live. Woo.
Hey.
From Layfield.
Yeah, people... guys.
Waiting. Live from Mayfield. Which one be Mayfield?
Which one be
Live from Mayfield. Life from Layfield. Then you remix it and call us other YouTubers' names. That would I remove my wig here in this room if you're not careful. Calling us outside of our names. Are you mad?
It's much.
It's more than much. But I think this leads us perfectly into the fact that, guys, what exam did we take and how did it go?
Well, we had our pre-registration examination.
What's that about? What is it?
So, pre-registration examination is basically the examination that you have to take to qualify as a fully fledged UK registered pharmacist.
Okay.
And
what happened? What was your grade?
Oh, you know, I passed.
You passed?
Flying colours.
Oh, congratulations. Linda, Beverley, how was your grade? How'd it go?
Well, you know, your girl passed.
Somebody Somebody asked me.
Oh, yeah, what's happened? How was it?
Pass.
So we are all fully qualified, registered pharmacists up in this business. We are local drug dealers. We're here for your supply. We legal and we authorized up in this business. After all of these, it was actually 5 years of grueling efforts. Like we are actually qualified. So guys, when you wanted videos from us during pre-reg season, it's impossible. Actually, and ask can fulfilled for you because our importance and the focus was on the pre-reg exam because none of you will take it for us if we have failed. So we are qualified, guys.
Yeah.
So
you can actually walk, into a pharmacy
and see
see me responsibly pharmacist, and I'll be like, hey, it's the pharmacist. How can someone say to me the other day, can we speak to the pharmacist? I'm like, yes, me. Oh, I thought you were still in school, like you're here on placement. No, boo, it's me. Black don't crizac, boo boo. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. It's me. But yeah, we are fully fledged, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I have to pinch myself, but not really pinch myself every so often. Just like, right, I'm a pharmacist. When anybody asks me, what do you do? I'm taken aback because I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, I'm a pharmacist. Even if I'm not actively like practicing, even if I don't have a job, I am a pharmacist.
Yeah. Guys, let me tell you about something, a revelation that I had that people say of Nigerians. I didn't know it was true of my home until I became a pharmacist. So,
the local doctor.
My dad, any person that comes to my house, meet my daughter. This is Uvie. She is a pharmacist. Pharmacist is now my second name. I mean, if anybody comes into this crib, this is Uvie. And she's a pharmacist. This is Uvie, and she's a pharmacist. I actually looked at this guy, I said, wow.
That's the same for me, but you know how parents, they've been waiting to give you a title, like, like when you introduce like an uncle, they'll say, he's a doctor. I actually didn't ask you for the information. Or he's an engineer. I didn't ask you. But, Africans, they find pride in professions.
Proper pride. I was shocked.
Because in my household,
I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing, but mum will be on the phone to one auntie talking about something completely irrelevant. Yes. Oh, Zoe's qualified as a pharmacist now. Yeah. Fam, you're not talking about one uncle in the village. What have I got to do with the conversation? But the pride. I don't even know. The pride is much.
The pride. So, yeah, we just want to share news with you guys because you guys have kind of been walking with us slightly on this pharmacy journey for 3 years now.
Yeah.
3 years.
A long time in the making.
Yeah, and we made it, May.
We finally made it.
We made it, May. So, yeah, we thank you.
Stop Crying and Just Change It was a very powerful video. It was very impactful.
Yeah.
Even we just want to talk about like the testimonies and stuff that people were giving us, like on the actual video underneath. It was just crazy.
It was crazy,
man.
Crazy.
Like people actually writing like in the comments like what is happening in their lives. Just 2 testimonies that I wanted to bring up because I thought they were really just insane. Was one about the girl and her business. So she does like decorating. Happy events. Yeah. So if you find happy events on Instagram, go and follow her because she's trying to be in the dark, but we pulling her in the light in 2018, all 2018 long. So yeah, and she's like, she's been doing events, hasn't really been getting paid. But now we've woken her up, and then another girl talking about...
but first off, this lady that said she was doing events that hadn't been getting paid, when I read the comment, I'm going to be honest, I thought, maybe she's doing one, smally kind of event. Maybe it's nothing that fantastic. I went onto the Instagram page, and I said, this girl's actually doing events. She's actually providing the correct decorations. She's doing personalised chocolate, really taking it there.
Things there.
And you're coming into minus as a businesswoman. Not in 2018.
Not in 2018.
Not in 2018. I gotta stop. So I'm so happy that you felt provoked to
100%.
Get paid the way you should get paid.
Yeah, you definitely deserve it.
And present your business the way you should present your business.
100.
And then the other lady...
about the skin bleaching. I was just like, for her to even write that, knowing that she could be recognisable.
Yeah.
Like, I even just thank God for her transparency. Like, it was just crazy. Like, I just couldn't believe that people were just being so open.
Yeah. Pretty much the lady said that she has been obsessed with bleaching her skin. But from watching this video, she just said she's just going to stop. Yeah, she said she's going to stop. And that's crazy.
It's cray-cray.
That is crazy. So we really thank God that people connected with the video.
And also, what I wanted to say was the importance of obedience. Because it's like... obviously, God placed it on Uvie's heart to do the video because he knew it was going to be powerful and impactful. You know? It punched you the throat,
Yeah.
And the fact that she was obedient to God's word to her meant that lives were being changed, you know? And that's why we need to do this video, so we can make sure that people are actually changing your life and keeping up with what we have said to you, okay? So, yeah.
100%. Now, if you support our content, and if you also agree that the last video was dope and you want more people to see it, there's going to be a tweet in the description box. I just want you to retweet that so that we can allow other people to see what's going on.
Get some juices.
Yeah, get some juices as well and get some flowing.
Yeah, because, you know, if you know your life has been changed by this, let your friend's life be changed. Give everybody that kick up the backside that they need. Everybody needs a push sometimes, so ensure you share it so everybody's getting that push, and push.
All right. So I was telling these guys that I feel like some people watch the last video and then what will happen is that, you know, there'll be a lot of hype. Like, they will feel a lot of emotions, you know. You might feel triggered, you might feel convicted, you might just feel like energized because we were coming with that energy. But when that all, and in the moment you'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then once it dies down, maybe like the next day you're just like, like, is it even possible to do these kind of things? Like, can I actually achieve what they're saying that I can achieve?
That's the enemy, by the way.
Yeah.
That's Satan creeping in.
Yeah.
Deceiver! Sorry.
Yeah. And then it will just look like what we're saying. When you look back on it, it'll be like what they're saying sounds nice.
Yeah.
But it's just a fairy tale. Like, it's not really real. So I said in this video, we're going to show you that the points we made, they're actually real.
They're tangible.
Yeah, they're tangible. And we're going to give... You know, when you I don't know if it's secondary school or primary school, when you write an essay, they used to say, write point, evidence, explanation. PEE. So in the last video, we gave lots of points. Today, we're going to give the evidence, and that's the evidence. We're going to use ourselves as examples for the points. So one of the major things we spoke about was seizing and creating opportunities, and I'm going to start there. So before I get into the opportunity that I seized and created, I'm going to have to give you a bit of context. So I know we just said, you know, we do pharmacy and we passed the exam and all that kind of stuff. We're so happy. But myself personally, pharmacy has very little to do with me and my future.
Ain't nobody doing pharmacy up in this business for a long
Beverley
time.
is.
Okay, Beverley.
I don't know why you guys want to put this thing on my head.
I'll tell you.
You're really great at it.
So? Are you not good at it?
I'm not willing to do what you're willing to do. Like you said, you want to learn about stuff.
Fam, because there's patients. I'm responsible for some people's health, fam. What you talk about?
I'm not willing. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not really trying to do pharmacy. And in about March this year, I was really like talking to God. I was just like, listen, I'm a businesswoman. Like, I don't know what all of this is. I don't really know why I'm still here. And pretty much God confirmed to me that I am a businesswoman. That is part of my assignment, part of my purpose on the earth, at least for the next 10 years. And then one of the major, after he spoke to me about being a businesswoman, he started speaking to me heavy about property, to the point that, like, in the space of like 2 weeks, I was getting so many words about property, so many prophecies, so many, like, my own revelation about property and me pursuing it. I remember one day I told Zoe, I was like, oh, God's been speaking to me heavy about property. And then that same day, I went to, we were at a dinner. After dinner, I need to get my car petrol. I need to fill up my car. So I went to a petrol station. I'm at a petrol station, and then there's this man. This man runs into the petrol station, and the guy's like, he looks a bit crazy, and he went to the petrol station, but he said to the car, like the car to my left, he's like to people in the car, they're Muslim ladies, he's like, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you, there's a powerful man coming to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So when I hear him say Jesus love you, I thought, okay. He looks about like 38, he's Nigerian, he's quite slim. He wants
wow.
to,
you know when you was telling the story, I didn't think he was Nigerian, I thought he was white.
No, he's a Nigerian.
He was white as well.
No, he's a black Nigerian man, about 38, not like 20, wow. 38. Yeah, he's a grown man.
That's so interesting that in our heads we both thought of a white man.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I could never really... Maybe because you didn't say accent.
No, okay, so I thought I should describe it. Anyways, that's who he was. He runs the car in front of that car, and again, he's like, Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you. There's a great man of God, da 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 da. He runs to my car, and he's just like, he looks at me, he's just like, you're going to do real estate. You're going to do property.
Wow.
Yeah, and he starts going off. But for me, because I was wondering, when I saw the guy, I was wondering, is this guy... what's going on with this guy, innit? So I was more thinking, how am I going to respond to him? So when he said real estate and he said property, because God had already been speaking to me about that so much, I was like, okay, this guy's prophetic. He just doesn't know how to balance it all. So I didn't necessarily take in a lot of what he said after that, because once I heard the first bit, it was like, oh, confirmation, this guy's just prophetic. Like, he just needs to chill a little bit. But that's what I mean by God was talking to me heavy about property. It was like about in like August. Calm. That's the context. Now, a couple months before that, and I've always known, just because of my upbringing and my parents' jobs, that I would also do property or be a property investor. What is do property? I would be a property investor. So I was on a train, and this is where we're getting into season opportunities. I was on a train with a couple of people, like my friends and my sister and her friends, and there was this man on the train. He was a white man, and he looked about 35, and he was there with his Tesco sandwich and a shirt, quite a good quality shirt, but short sleeve shirt. Summertime fan. And he just started talking to us. He had an accent, started talking to us, asking us, are we Nigerian? And we're like, yeah. And he starts talking, and then the conversation stops. But in the first conversation, he said how he had been to Nigeria recently. So then when he stopped speaking, I was sitting there thinking to myself, why is this white man in Nigeria? So now I said to him, I was just like, what do you do? Like, why were you in Nigeria? And he was like, well, first of all, he's South African. And he was like, oh, I was there on business. I was like, okay, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm an investor. I said, okay, what do you invest in? He said, I invest in property. I said, okay. So in my head, I'm like, okay.
That's you, God. I see you right now on the train, Lord.
Okay, cool. So I just start asking him a bag of questions, asking a bunch of questions. And, you know, like I said, I didn't get to say this in the last video, but when you're amongst certain type of people, like, you don't need to talk too much, just listen, innit? So I'm asking him a bag of questions, he's answering the questions. And the train gets to my stop. So I just said to him, I was like, oh, sir, do you have a business card? And he was like, yeah, I do. And then he gave out the card. He was like, make sure you contact me. And I was like, cool. So I go home now. I already knew, but this is why I say Tesco sandwich, because people get confused. You think you see Tesco sandwich, you're not really sure the kind of caliber, but the shirt quality was looking quite sharp to me. Even though it was just
he has to eat.
He has to eat. But it was just looking like it was a summer shirt, but it was looking quite high quality. Cool. So then I said, let me look at his card. I looked at his card a couple days later, and then I went onto his website. I went to his website, I'm seeing, like, you know when you can say who endorses you? Yeah, I'm seeing Forbes. I'm seeing Bloomberg. Wow. I'm seeing New York Times. I said, say Sweden. All right, cool. And it says the kind of figures they're bringing in. So I'm seeing 7 figures. I'm seeing 8 figures.
What?
I said, okay.
What does that even mean?
And the card that he gave me said CEO.
Wow.
Okay. I said, okay, all right, okay. So I contacted my man. I was going to contact him anyway, but I contacted him. And then from there, asked a couple more questions, built a bit of a relationship. And about a month later, he invited me to a conference. And this man, he invited me to a conference. He paid for my ticket.
Wow.
He wanted to give me the platinum package.
Is it?
The platinum package. Platinum package. But unfortunately...
I'm sure that's what some people are thinking.
But unfortunately, because I had work on Friday, it was a 3-day conference, but because I had work on Friday, I could only go to Saturday, Sunday, so I didn't get the platinum package, but that's what he wanted to do for me. And when I was there, I was like, I just asked him some questions about property, asked him questions. First of all, he's a global property investor. Wow. Let's put that out there. He's based in South Africa. And... I asked him questions, and he was like, ask me as many questions as you want to ask me. Feel free. So when he said that to me, I was thinking to myself, like, the grace and favour here is just too extraordinary. Too extraordinary. But anyway, just to give you a bit more context, like, it's not necessary, but I met a lovely guy there, and he wanted to see, the guy whose conference it was, he wanted to see the person's net worth. Me, I don't really do that, 'cause I'm not trying to create intimidation in my heart. But anyway, went to go look at the guy's net worth. Linda. Linda! Guys, I already know it's Linda. I went to go look at Beverley's Linda. I went to go look at the net worth. Why am I seeing 1 billion?
1 billion.
The man on stage, his net worth says 1 billion. It also says 1 billion him, but his business is 2 billion. I said, I don't even understand what this means. All I saw was billion. All I saw was billion. Billionaire.
1 billion.
1 billion. Anyway, so how did I seize an opportunity? I met a man on a train. After I went out, I spoke to him. I heard property investing. I saw that because I had focus in it, because I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm pursuing. I'm hearing property. I'm hearing global property investment. Not only that, but you said medical property.
Hey.
I said medical property.
Medical.
I'm a pharmacist.
What is that?
What is that?
Do I even know?
Do I know what that is?
Do I know what that is?
Medical, that's hospital.
That's hospital. I said, wow, and why am I still in pharmacy? I wonder, God.
Wow.
I always wonder, God, why am I still in this building? But anyway, I saw an opportunity. I made an opportunity for myself. That opportunity wasn't handed to me. That wasn't handed to me. And the way I was able to create that opportunity is I did follow up. I did the right things. And the way I knew how to follow up well is because I was plugged into the right resources.
Yeah.
I was listening to the pod because I know I'm a businesswoman. So I started looking for business women and listening to their podcasts. And then from listening to them, I see these people are different industries. They're doing like acting. Some people are doing just social media entrepreneurship. Some people are doing finance, but it's not like what field they're in. It's just how they maneuver through the field that I was trying to plug into. So they told me what to say and what not to say. So when it came down to it, I was ready. I was ready, and I implemented it to the point that I found a man that is willing, who earns something that I don't even know what those numbers even mean, but that man was willing to. I don't know if he would see it like that, but to me, you made an investment in me when you paid for a conference.
He did. Yeah.
For what reason? You don't know anything about me, barely. Then he introduced me to the UK CEO.
Hey.
And then, man, they were feeling the kid. And how that all come to pass, I just seized an opportunity. I had focus, I had vision. So like we said, go and put things in front of you, but you don't even know what you're looking for. Yeah. You don't even know what to put your hand out and say, this is mine. Yeah. I saw it, I said this, I said global? Oh yeah, I know I'm global. Yeah.
I know I'm international.
I know I'm international. So you are what I need in my life. And I grabbed that.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah.
That is actually really fantastic.
This stuff is real. Thanks. This stuff is real. That's why I want to share that this stuff is real. And you know what is so funny right now? I think because some of you might be thinking, why are they gas? Like, why is this?
Why are they gas? Did you not hear 1 billion? You what?
Anyway, it's a bit rough, you know. If you're thinking why you guys are sitting in your house, where are your opportunities?
Talking about 1 billion. How can somebody ask you why they gas?
No, because you won't understand. Like you'll be thinking what you met a guy that's making this amount of money and he has this type of knowledge, but what's that going to do for your pocket? What's that going to do for your knowledge? But this way, you actually have to command your vision to open. Command your vision to expand. That's what Beverley was saying. Short-sighted.
Yes, yeah.
How many times do you hear your network determines your net worth?
Talk to them.
If you can't see it, if you can't see this, if you don't understand it, I literally command your vision to expand. That's what I can say. On a spiritual level, command your vision to expand. That's what I have to say, fam.
Some mad thing, you know?
Yeah, some madness. Like, you don't meet, like, what are the chances? Like, you actually just know it's good.
Yeah.
You meet a millionaire on the train who then brings you to a place. I'm sure he wasn't the only billionaire there. Of billionaires. Yeah. And like, if you can't actually see right now how spectacular this is, you need to understand the value of knowledge. Yeah. Knowledge is power. Yeah. I have free access to a bank of resources called knowledge. He said, ask me anything. Ask me anything. You've already invested in me with this whatever conference you went to. Now you're investing your time in me saying, ask me anything.
Ask me anything. anything.
And like people don't really understand the whole value of being able to learn from somebody else's mistakes. That's like free wisdom. Free wisdom, rather than having to start a business on my own and making all these mistakes and then feeling like this is so stressful, I want to give up. Because being an entrepreneur is hard. And you get this man who you meet on the train who says, I've made all my mistakes, I'm successful, take all my knowledge. If you cannot see that this is a brilliant example of seizing opportunity, my sister,
my brother,
hey.
I think something that's really important here is like in terms of what Uvie was saying about being hyper aware. Like you can't even. The three key things here is first you need to have the knowledge in order to know what you need. Yeah. Second of all, that will make you hyper aware. I don't know, is it 3 or 2? Let me just leave it into 2 now because I can't think of the third one. And then the second, so when you're hyper aware, you then know what you need to get to the next space, the next stage, so that you can then, when you are presented with the opportunity, you can grab it. So there's 2 things that you need to take away from what Uvie has just said.
And even from what Bev is saying, and basically what Uvie has said from her whole testimony, know your season that you're in. Yeah. Because it's like, if she thought, I don't have to pursue trying to know about property or get into the property industry for the next 10 years, she would have talked to the man in the train, you're a property investor from Nigeria or global. Okay, that's nice. That's interesting to know. Yeah. But she would have gone about her business. Yeah. And missed the opportunity.
Sorry, remember when we went to Portsmouth for that whatever thing?
Yeah, the property.
We went to that property thing.
Social media
we
thing.
Met that couple who they had bare properties. Yeah. But in that period of time, you wasn't able to reach out to them and seize the opportunity in that time because you wasn't aware, you didn't have the knowledge. Yeah. But now that you have this opportunity presented to you, you see how you were able to grab it with your 2 hands. Yeah. So that's all.
Yeah, it's about vision, man.
Yeah, vision, man.
It's about vision. When I say only God, like it was called European Entrepreneur Summit. But on the last day, the amount of property they spoke about, and when I said the things that I want to do next, these people started talking about it, giving different strategies. I was sitting there like, Jesus is Lord. Yeah. He is Lord. These men are giving me strategy. I said, wow.
It's amazing.
Okay, so something else we spoke about in the video was about arming yourself with the skills that are going to be invaluable in the future, just training yourself and learning so you can have a kind of element of mastery to your craft. Okay, so how we were saying before, no one's really going to be pharmacy bound, maybe apart from our chief pharmacist, Beverley.
I
like to wind her up a little bit. I'm going to hit her. Our chief executive.
I don't claim it.
Yeah. Anyway, chief pharmacist, Beverley. So I don't really... Pharmacy has never ever been my calling. We've done our story before. I wanted to do medicine. God told me, skirt. So I ended up doing pharmacy, and I just knew, Lord, this isn't it for me. But I was happy to I was working in the industry, so I was working in the pharmaceutical industry as part of my pre-reg. So I had just assumed, okay, I'm going to go into an industry kind of position, work in industry, and I'm going to, do really well, climb really quickly. Until the Lord told me, no, girl, that's not what you're doing. So when the Lord just changes your plans, like, skirt, you thought. So I'm looking for jobs. Like, I'm really happy. I'm planning my life. I'm on LinkedIn thinking, okay, I want to be a medical advisor. How can I get to being a medical advisor? Okay, I'll be a scientific advisor for a couple of years. And people are getting to medical advisor jobs like in 3-4 years post, And I thought, okay, I can do this. This is nothing for me.
Take in mind, Zoe was, did you tell me you're working in GSK? Zoe was working in the GSK.
Flex weave. So, and listen, words have power. I'll put that point there because I remember in the first, our first year of university, the industrial, pharmaceutical, whatever, pre-reg places are few and far between. Yeah. And they basically told us, forget about it. Yeah. You're not going to get it. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to get it. Yeah. That was the first thing I said in my heart. Yeah. I'm going to get it. Yeah. And I forgot about it. Yeah. The 4 years, or whatever, 3 years until we had to apply. But then when I applied, I got it. Yeah.
But can we let them know who is the GSK? So GSK is like Beyonce of R&B.
Yeah.
Beyonce of music.
It's the big don
in the pharmaceutical company. Yeah. So it's the Michael Jordan of the basketball.
It's Migos of trap music. Sorry.
How many companies are there in the UK?
About 4 or 5 pharma companies, but only I think 3 take pre-reg students on.
And how many are there within the London vicinity?
There's none in London.
Peninsula.
All of them are outside London. So, yeah.
So how many positions do you think there are in the UK, Zoe?
In the UK, maybe I would say about 10 positions.
And you, black woman of God?
Me, black woman of God. Can somebody say favour? Hallelujah! Yes, Lord! With the favour of the Lord, you. Listen, what is impossible becomes possible.
Wow.
What is intangible becomes tangible. Listen.
Furthermore, when they saw that you were the one that was going to GSK, what was their faces like?
People were thinking, as in people were confused. And like at uni, like people actually, like the smartest were approaching me like, how did you manage that? Because you don't think I'm not serious. Because I may not come to every single lecture, but man's on her job, you get me?
You get me?
Man gets jobs out here.
You get me?
Like, like people are actually distressed, like, oh, like, how did you get it? Like, because I really want a career here.
Harry
like,
was distressed.
It's in my sleep.
It's like, oh, how did she get it? Because, you know, I really...
From the guy pursued me in the study room. He pursued, like, he came and sat down, he was concerned. And I just thought, like, do you have experience? Like, this is what I'm talking about, and this is what we were talking about in the video. Because I had made sure that I had pharmaceutical experience the summer before I applied for the job, because I don't want to look like I'm interested in something with no experience. I look like a fool.
And how did you find that experience?
I found that experience through conversation. So through network.
Yeah.
So
was there any LinkedIn involved in that?
There was no LinkedIn involved. So what happened was my brother actually worked with a woman at work, and she said her one of her close friends, a Nigerian lady, she owns a pharmaceutical company. Yes. I said, really? Is it a private one? He said, yes, that's what she said. So okay, so go back to her and tell her that, you know, because she provided me with her details so that I could email her and I can try and work out like a placement. I went out on a whim, but the whim paid off. So... And I think that helped me. But also, I passed the online exams. I passed the interview. I done my job. And I got my job. And anyway.
So
obviously, I thought I'm going to climb up the pharma industry. Yeah, going to be in a managerial position. Going to come and show them some, you know.
Show them pepe.
Pepe and power. You know. But God had different plans. So it came towards the end of my placement. And the Lord was like, you're going to be self-employed. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about, Lord. Doesn't really sound like it makes much sense to me, because how am I going to survive? And I just, you know, I think I spoke to Beverley on the phone, and then I said, like, I'm going to go into community pharmacy.
And I just sighed, one big sigh, not this again. Every time you speak to Zoe, I'm doing this. Now I've decided I'm going to do this. I was just like, oh, and this is where you come to land, community pharmacy. Jeez.
Shocking.
Yeah, so, because first I had asked the Lord, okay, so you told me I'm going to be, I should leave GSK. I said, okay, painfully. I said, what's next? He said, community pharmacy. I said, I don't understand. Like, Lord, are you sure? Are you sure? Then I just prayed about it. I had peace. Then he kind of brought me onto understanding that I'm going to be self-employed. I said, well, it makes sense because I can locum in community pharmacy. So then I can be a self-employed pharmacist.
What's a locum? If people don't know what a locum is.
A locum is like a temporary worker. So basically I get like a good hourly rate. I can go to different pharmacies. So I can be a pharmacy in West London on Monday, be in South London on Friday. I'm literally like a contractor. I let myself out to different pharmacies.
Yeah.
And they pay me for my service for a day. Yeah. So I invoice people after I work there, basically. I'm like my own company. And yeah, what was I? So I'm like, yeah. So basically, I asked the Lord, okay, I'm going to locum, that makes sense. So I was just thinking, I thought, I don't really see any longevity in this. Like, Lord, this can't be all. And then I started... I think it's Uvie that introduced me to these videos about the kind of codeine and tramadol addiction of people in Ghana and Nigeria. And literally, my heart was grieved. My heart was so burdened. Like, it was so disturbing to me. And I was just bothered by it. And I've never really felt bothered. Like, I was obsessed. Like, I was watching all the videos. I went to go and start reading articles. And I just thought, I've stumbled across something here, like there's something. So I went to go and ask God, what is all of this? And he said, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for this moment. So he kind of started speaking to me about global health and kind of started pointing me in the direction of my purposes for kind of establishing things and building things in global health, whether it's policies, whether it's health systems, but he wants me to have like a purpose of attacking global health. So I was like, okay. So you know me, like once I get like an idea, I'm going to harass the internet and find out how am I going to do this. And so what had actually happened was, so I had looked at degrees because I'm just quick. Like I looked at jobs. Okay, so what? Even though he told me I'm going to be self-employed, what jobs can I do, Lord? Like because I like jobs. I like the security. I like the job. What can I say? And so I went to go look for jobs, and I thought, okay, I can't really find anything that will take me on via entry level. So I thought, okay, I'm probably going to need to get some education. Went to go and find different master's degrees, found a couple, and then like I almost made the mistake of not applying. So I found the master's degree and I thought, oh yeah, okay, but God said community pharmacy locum, probably not for now. So I had literally written everything down, closed the book. I would still be thinking about it, but I just kept thinking, okay, I probably have to, this is me not even addressing God, I probably have to think about a few things. I probably have to focus on community pharmacy. I'm probably going to get some really sick ideas from doing community pharmacy, and then I'm going to have to go and do global health. Until one faithful day in church, yeah. I don't know, do you know what, I can't even remember what the message was in church. But the church that I'm going to, called Kadosh Kingdom Embassy, Stepney Green, on Sundays, 1:30 p.m. It's nice.
Plug. Wow.
You're going to love it. Life changing. So the apostle was preaching. Sorry, Uvie went over to the corner to cough, and I just want to laugh because it was just so funny.
Dramatic.
Yeah, actually dramatic.
I was just trying to be reasonable.
I know, it's just funny. Don't you? She went and just covered her mouth like one ball. Like, I wish you guys could have seen it. But I went to church, and he was just like, he's very convicting. Like, if you think that us lot got you in the throat, this guy will pick you up and choke slam you and then use you by your feet and spin you in the air and throw you to the ground. Like, that's how convicting he is. So he's like, some of you have been sent to the world. You've been called out. God wants to send you out. And you're supposed to be doing degrees, but you're like wasting time. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, it's me. He's talking about me. He's talking about me. And like, literally, like, I think I remember telling Uvie in church, like, oh my gosh, like, I need to go home and apply for a degree. It's me. I just knew, like, even though I hadn't been thinking about it, it wasn't on my mind, but I literally just knew it was me. And it was literally the last day to apply. Last day. So I applied, and I was even going to miss my way and do distance learning and do part-time, yeah? But again, I thought my heart wasn't settled with distance learning, and now I've actually started the degree, yeah? I thought if I was doing distance learning, I'd be finished. So I kept thinking distance learning. I said, let me keep praying on it. So I started the application for both of them.
Distance learning is part-time.
Yeah, part-time learning. And basically, I'll just learn by slideshows. I wouldn't have any kind of contact with any lecturers or other students. So it would have been a very lonely experience as well. And I was thinking, distance learning full-time. And I was asking everyone around me, guys, what do you think I should do? And then I went into my prayer closet. And the Lord actually just said to me, the uni, because I had even... I had applied for another uni. They had accepted me very quickly, and I was waiting on the offer from another uni. It's a bit complicated. There needs to be more details, but anybody got time for all of these details? But I'll just say I had 2 offers from 2 different universities, where to go to, and the kind of course I should do. So distance learning, that would be part-time.
Top unis, by the way.
The bestest of the best.
The bestest of the bestest.
And so I was praying, and the Lord just literally dropped it on my heart. The uni I'm going to, I'm not afraid to say, Queen Mary. He literally said Queen Mary full-time. I said, hey, are you sure? He said Queen Mary full-time. I just wrote it down. Fine. So he just told me exactly where I needed to be and exactly where I needed to go. And why am I saying this in relation to the point that we were speaking about pertaining to preparing yourself with the correct skills and learning and mastery. I'm going into global health. None of my degree actually contain anything pertaining to global health. I don't know anything surrounding global health, and so I need to arm myself with the knowledge about what is going on in the current global climate pertaining to health. So when I go into places, I have the correct vocabulary and I have the correct experience so people can take me seriously. And even now that I've started the course, I just thought I'm going to be learning about the different diseases, the prevalence of the diseases in different countries, but I'm learning about politics, I'm learning about sociology, I'm learning about how people think, why things are happening, I'm learning about economics. And so it's even broadened my knowledge of what I thought global health was about. If I hadn't done the course, I would have just gone there with a shallow mind, thinking I can have some idealistic plans of have this simple or oversimplified ideas of remedies I can use to solve problems that are complex political, economic and social problems. I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have even from being there for 3 weeks. I wouldn't even know that it's a multitude of things that are going to allow me to do what I need to do. So it's giving me the knowledge I need to be able to pursue what I need to pursue and opening that door for me. So just to encourage people and you have to really understand about where you're going and what you need to have before you start your journey there. Because if I just tried to go into a global health position, I would have just been overwhelmed. I wouldn't have known what to do. But now that I am acquiring this knowledge, it's preparing me for my future and preparing me and giving me the skills that I need, like, to actually go into that career and to make changes because my brain is switched on.
Okay. Like when Zoe was speaking, I was just thinking about like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, let's just say it's like a sea or whatever, and then you have like pavements or thingy-mabobbies. I don't really know how to explain it. Oh,
stepping stones.
Thank you. It's like stepping stones. And when you were talking about like what's it called? Equipping yourself with knowledge and the valuable things that you need in order to get to your destination. I was just thinking about, imagine if somebody, like, there was stepping stones, there's water all around you basically. Yeah. So you need to use this path, right?
Yeah, to get to
and then people are trying to like, so let's just say you have like a few smaller stepping stones, and I guess those are like the smaller goals or the smaller like bits of knowledge you need to get that. They're not very attractive. They're not, it's a bit tiresome, it's a bit boring, it's a bit, perhaps it might cost you some money, and you have kind of like the big stepping stones, and you really want to jump from this massive milestone to that other one, and then you fall into the water, and now you think that that's not what you're supposed to be doing, or like you think that you get hurt from the situation, and now you have to start again. There's just loads of consequences from just trying to jump from here to here without just using the steps, the smaller stepping stones. That's just all I was thinking of when you were talking.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, because often if you try and miss the stepping stones, like what happens is, like you said, you fall. And it's like, if you're actually thinking of that, you will have to swim back.
Yeah.
And start from the beginning again.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources, energy. It can also like impact on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and now you're looking at yourself thinking, what is it, me? Is it this? And it's just like you're just refusing to just take your time.
Yeah.
And
do what needs to be done.
Do what needs to be done.
I feel like, obviously, in our generation, we want to just jump. Like,
100%.
Jump from the diving board straight to the deeper seas and say, we're ready. For me, I don't have that desire, and I don't want people to have that desire either, because my desire is more so like, I want to know that when I get to the position I'm going for, like, I know what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah, like, I'm prepared.
I'm certain I am credible.
Yeah, 100%.
And how do you become credible? You, like, everyone says, okay, it's not everything degree, but for some things, it is a degree. And it's a master's, it's a bachelor's, it's a master's, it's a PhD for some things. And it's other qualifications. And for other things, like, for example, I don't know, you want to be a producer, you got to be a runner, then you got to be a executive something, you got to be something before you actually get to the producer. Why? Because it's like, I've done my due diligence. I'm never going to get to the positions that I want to get to, and people are going to look at me and say, oh, because you haven't done X, Y, Z, you're not qualified. Never that. It can never be
never
me.
possible.
I've done it, and I've done it well. I've done it well. I didn't skip no steps.
Yeah.
I was just thinking as well, also, like, when you get to that place, like, what are your values? Do you want to bring up other people into the position that you're in?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to be able to do that if you've missed these steps?
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to be able to mentor somebody or be able to speak into somebody's situation if you have never encountered those things yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, like, I guess the take-home message is, well, it's kind of like parallel to what Zoe's saying about valuing the process. The process is important.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I think set your eyes on being a master.
Yeah.
Set your eyes on being a master. And a master of a game knows every step.
Yeah, everything.
Like, there's not like, for me, okay, so the first property business that I'm gonna start, I was saying, okay, I want to get a property manager real quick. And then my dad was like, no, you're not gonna get a property manager real quick. You need to do it yourself.
To learn. 100%.
And then for me, I was like, okay, the reason why I would want to do it myself is because when I'm talking to the people that I employ, you can never talk to me sideways. Like, say me and you ain't done the same job. Yeah. And like, say my record wasn't fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I'm demanding these things from you, I have a certain level of credibility. I have a certain level. because I've done what you've done, it requires a type of respect and honor for what I'm saying to you. Yeah. So I want to put myself in that position. So therefore, I strive to be a master, and I really do strive to be a master. And when I hear people say stuff like they want to do property, I'm sorry, I just throw it in the bin, because like it's just English. It's just English. You're just saying it. I'm actually studying this stuff because I want to be a master. I want to be a master. I have to be a master. If God is saying to you, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, everyone just wants to jump in because you have a gift. There's one thing I've been saying quite a bit, and it's about the difference between having a gift and being gifted. And I always reference the parable of the talents. And in that parable, you see that the people had gifts, but the master wanted the people that had the gifts to multiply the gifts. And when I take this back into like assignment, purpose and vision and the gifts that God has given you, God expects a return on everything that he's put inside of you. So if, for example, you're a singer, you have a gift, right? The expectation is that as God has given you that gift, you are now going to put in the work to become gifted. And to me, there's a difference. I can say, oh, that girl can sing, she's got a gift. But when I say that girl can sing, she is gifted, it's kind of like, oh, there's different levels. Yeah? So with everything that we have to cut this all out.
What?
Because I was just too many points. Cut it all out.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Did you start?
It was the gifted stuff was good though.
Okay, I'll have to start from there then, because it was just too many points. I went from one point that was completely not connected to this point.
But it's okay. We're not doing a video. We're talking. This is a podcast. We're free to talk.
We can just leave this stuff. Yeah. This is the reason why our videos are 3 hours.
This is a buffering, like, because we're so used to having to stop because it's not gonna go in. No, there's no structure. Like, we flow. Just let it flow, baby. Let it flow.
I just didn't say it as powerfully as it should have been.
It was powerful.
No, it was good.
It was good.
And it was quite
punchy.
I can't speak English anymore. Like, the conclusions you were making from each thing flowed.
Was flowing, yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, the moral of the story is that so I feel like the biggest point, and this is one of the things that I have been saying, I'm just going to repeat it, I have been saying for about over like the past 2 months, is like whatever God has given you, whatever your gift is, you have to multiply it. You have to put into work to multiply it. I've been on my vision board, I have a section where I've written invest. And I've been just talking to God like, tell me what to invest in, because I know I'm an investor. I know in the future I'll be investing in businesses, but what do I invest in right now? Like, what business do I invest in right now? And then God was just like to me, you, like, you,
100%.
The business is you. You are the business. That's your first business you're going to invest in. Yeah. So I have a gift. I know that I have a grace for business, but it's like your grace can only get you so far, my love.
Yeah, you need
to. I have money that I haven't put it in the right account yet, but in my head, this is my investment money. And literally, it was yesterday, I think, and I was like, this is investment into Uvie money. Yeah. As in, I know that, for example, the business that I'm going to do, I'm going to have to get a coach for that at some point, because it's only so far that I can take myself to. Yeah. And that is me now deciding that, okay, I have a gift, and right now I'm about to multiply this gift. And when God comes and says to me, I gave you this, I gave you that, what have you got in return? I can be like, listen, look at this.
Yeah.
Look what I did.
This, yeah.
Look what I did. Look what I did. So yeah, I just want to encourage you all. Whatever your field is, like, some people, I want to be an actor. Where's the skill?
Yeah, where's the skill? You just want to go on TV. You haven't been to any acting school. It doesn't even make any sense.
And you have a natural something. Where's the skill? Because
you can do a few good accents and people will say, oh, you should be on TV. Okay, that maybe there's a gift.
Yeah.
But you're not gifted yet. Yeah. Like, you have no training. You can't do anything without training or knowledge, or you need to have that refining period.
Yeah. That
refining period. Even something from what you guys were saying before, in terms of like, almost like people always want everything to be glamorous.
Yeah.
And even from like my situation now, I could be making a good chunk of change. Let me get that straight. That's why I didn't really understand what God was calling me to do, because I'm like, I'm called to be An expensive money maven. I like cash. I can have a good job. Like, I can be making a good salary right now, Lord, and you are putting me in a position that is very, very uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable, and unglamorous. And it's even like I had to check myself. Want to be open and transparent. I'm seeing girls my age and they are owning their first property and they have their flashy car. Meanwhile, I'm like, Lord, hello place. Hello, this is I'm looking at my life from outside of, like, this is me. What, like, are you sure that this is what I'm supposed to be doing? But the Lord just keeps reminding me, there will be a time for your glamour, my love. Like, there will be a time for you to shine. Like, from, like, the prophetic words that I've been receiving as well, people just keep saying that they keep seeing an abundance of, like, money in my life. So there'll be, like, a lot of, like, my finances are going to be supersonic. It's just not right now. Yeah. And it's like, that one was painful.
Yeah, I was thinking you got to help yourself.
It's just not right now. So yeah, like, that's my season right now. A season of humility, a season of understanding that it's not going to be the flashlights, the glamour. Like, you're in a season of grit. You're in a season of hard work. You're in a season of perseverance, a season of resilience, a season of endurance, a season of growth. Like, this is what I say. Yeah, knowing the season that you're in. Like, this isn't my season to be showing what I don't have. What have I manifested? Okay, I have a gift. Now I'm going somewhere where I can master my gift and learn about my gift. I haven't even got anything yet to manifest, but I want the manifestation of the hard work I haven't put in yet. And this is the mindset of us as young people. Like, I haven't done anything yet. And so also understand that when you're approaching something and you are approaching mastery, it's not going to look like you driving your Benz. No, it's not going to look like you with your mansion in the middle of Chigwell. No, it's going to look like you maybe living at home. You might have like me, well, I'm doing locum as a pharmacist, but you might have to have a part-time job. You might have to downsize in your life. Like, maybe if you have a car, it's expensive, you might have to get a smaller car. You're going to have to make some cuts if you are investing in yourself, but just know that the investment is going to pay off. And that's it. And just really understanding that it's not always going to be glitz and glamour, but
100%.
But all the people that you have seen, like, you've seen Lord Sugar, he's a very, very wealthy man. You've seen Richard Branson. These men worked hard. They gave up a lot of things. They worked hard. You've just seen the manifestation of their hard work and you think, oh yeah, that's where I'm going to be. No, like, don't let Instagram and all these other social platforms fool you. There's a lot of hard work that goes into being successful and to getting what you want out of life. And you just have to be ready and willing to go through that hard place, but knowing that after the hard place, there's going to be a nice place of comfortability. And God, please, my Range Rover Sport as well. Thanks. I just had to throw that on into atmosphere because,
I just want to kind of echo what Zoe is saying, just from a more basic level, I guess, a more simple level. Is just basically, I think all of us, the whole message of all of this is like, it's very important to lay your foundations. And if you don't lay your foundations well, like, you will reap the consequences of having a weak
100%.
foundation.
The house is going to sink.
Yeah,
100%.
Literally, the scriptures about the man who built his house on rock and the man who built his house on sand, like, the storm will come. And when the storm comes,
that's it.
Your house is going to be blown away. You don't want to be in a position where you're like, I don't know, however old you are, you have a family, you have certain commitments, and you don't have the opportunity to pursue a dream, or you don't have the opportunity to actually make the necessary cuts and sacrifices that you can make now, whereby you have a safety net and a contingency plan, which is your parents. You don't, when you won't have the opportunity to do those things. So it's important now to value this season that Zoe's talking about, a season of humility, a season of grit, because it all goes into building a solid foundation, which will allow you to build your house on rock, so that whatever situation comes in the future, like Uvie said, nobody will be able to tell you that you're not qualified for a certain position
100%.
or you haven't been through this situation, or etc. etc. Like, you'll be able to stand firm, basically.
And I want to speak into, because I was starting to realise that our audience isn't just our age and younger.
No, we have a couple grown ladies.
Grown women, and women with children, and possibly men with children and things like that. And I want to speak into your lives as well. It might sound out of place, but I don't care. If you are older, you're mature, if you have a child, nothing we are saying doesn't apply to you.
100%.
It still applies to you. Like, your life is not over. So if you have a dream, you have a vision, you like the rest of us, you can pursue it and you can achieve it. And like the rest of us, it's still going to be gritty. It's definitely going to be harder because of your responsibilities. But I don't want you to hear this and think, because they're young, you know, like they must be nice. They don't. No, like, are you going to decide to die? Because what's going to happen right now is that when you don't pursue what's inside of you, it's like you're dying. Like, for me in pharmacy, the only reason I'm alive, the only reason I'm like stable is because, first of all, I have God, but secondly, because I know that I don't have to stay here.
This is
because
the end
if
for
I
me.
thought it was the end for me, I don't even know, would I be happy? I don't think I would be. I think that when what's inside of you don't pursue, like for me, many things lead to our road to depression. When what's inside of you don't pursue, it's a road to depression. It's a road to just feeling unworthy, feeling useless, feeling like you haven't accomplished what you should accomplish in life. And like, it doesn't matter if you're 40, if you're 35, if you have kids, whatever. It will be hard, yes. But you know what I can even say right now? I know that our parents all did it. I know that my mom
100%.
was in this country with 2 youths and a husband. She got her degree. She did her pre-reg again. She even had to travel to up north to do it, but she did it so that she can pursue her vision, pursue her dream, pursue her purpose, and live a life that she wanted to live. So be encouraged. Take what we're saying, take it through your own, take it through a lens that's relevant to your life, but pursue and be who you want to be.
100%. Something that's been on my mind the past couple of days is pertaining to what Beverley was saying before about making sure you build a foundation. It's just that, you know, when you're building a house, you start with a foundation, you build your first floor, then you have the pillars for the next floor. Like, at different stages of your life, you're going to have to build like new foundations. So it's like, when you're going to the next level, you might have to stop. Okay, do I need more education? So the kind of learning process and mastery, it comes in stages and levels. So you can feel like, okay, I've built my foundation, I'm a photographer, I know all the apps, I know this, There's you're on to the next level. So this new level is going to require a new foundation, whether it's learning about the history of photography, whether it's learning about different styles, if it's high fashion or is it abstract photography. This new level is like a new foundation, requires some new pillars. So don't also negate like the whole kind of continuous development and continuous education, because mastery, like we have said before about like life, is not a destination, it's a journey. And there's levels to the mastery ship, you know. So
and then something that Zoe said, and for me has been heavy on my heart, is history. Like, what master does not know the history of their field? You're not a master if all you know is the current season. You can't. What makes you a master as well is like, if someone's a master and you want to know what's going to happen in the future in that industry, well, if you want to know what's going to happen in the future of an industry, you go to a master. And the reason why a master can determine what's in the future of their industry is because they know the history. 100%. So whatever field you're in, get to know. If you're really on it, you're really about to be like, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to be a top type of person, learn their history. You know, like, for example, simple things. I can just talk about what I know in it. Property. Yeah, let me talk about property. It confuses me. It confuses me so much right now that people are hearing Brexit and you want to go sell your house. I don't understand. I really don't understand it. Like I haven't done that much work. But with the work that I've done, I know that what you're saying makes no sense. With the history of property, just like in most economic markets, there's always going to be a crash. There's always going to be a boom. It's always going to keep happening. Yeah. There's crash, boom, crash, rise, boom, crash, boom, crash, boom, crash, boom. How are you selling property as if to say that the tenants are not still going to pay the mortgage? Nothing's going to happen to you. I don't understand. But why are you now in a situation where you've made an investment and now you've decided that the investment isn't right and you want to throw it away because you didn't study, you didn't decide to become a master. So now the storm is coming, and because your foundation is crap, you're literally letting the house come tumbling down. Learn the history of your field.
Yeah, 100%. As we're talking about that, I thought like a nice roll on from this will just be to give you guys some key LFL UNCUT takeaways. onto what we believe that you guys should take away from this podcast and should apply effective immediately into your lives. As you guys will learn, like, I come across maybe very nice and pleasant. I'm very forceful. Like, when I want you guys, I want you to do it now. Like, yeah, like, I'm very forceful. So when I'm saying immediately, I mean, have your pen and paper waiting and try and enforce these things effective immediately, currently, tomorrow, if not within 1 hour. Thank you. So the first key takeaway, and we're calling them LFL nuggets because y'all always be hungry for some LFL. So we're going to give you some nuggets of wisdom. So yeah, so what I thought should be the first takeaway is write your vision down. In Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain. You need to understand what it is exactly you want to do. You've heard Uvie talk about vision boards. That's a great way of actually identifying your vision. Like, if you want to create a brand, like, what are you actually creating? Like, gather images and really try and figure out, okay, so if I'm going to create a brand, I want my Instagram to look like this. I want it to have this kind of theme. I want it to have this kind of feeling. So you actually know what you're aspiring to. Otherwise, it's just kind of like all up in the air and it will never actually take form. You need your dream to take form. And with writing your vision down, write a plan. What are you trying to achieve? Like, and how long between the kind of like manifestation or the startup of your company are you going to take? So am I going to prepare for 3 months and then start an Instagram, start building my brand on Instagram in the next 3 months and then no, whatever. But actually write down each checkpoint, and you can even start from the final place so you can work backwards, but write it down, make it clear exactly what are you trying to achieve and what are the steps you're going to take in order to get there.
And just to add on to that, I want you to think, if you're thinking to yourself, I don't need to write a vision, I got this. If you don't know where the goal is, you don't know where to shoot.
Yeah.
Imagine you go to a football match, tell you, score. No goal.
Yeah, no goal.
Is that a game to win?
Yeah.
Another takeaway, vital takeaway. One of the words for the season, fam, I feel it so seriously. One of the words for the season is endure.
Yeah,
that
endure.
is a word for this season. You must, write it somewhere. Write it on your phone. Write it on your phone. When you wake up, read it. Endure.
Endure, man.
When you wake up in the morning, think to yourself, endure. What am I saying? I'm saying stay committed. Stay committed. Like, when you're doing what we're talking about, pursuing vision, pursuing assignment, pursuing purpose, there are going to be highs and there are going to be lows. You must decide to endure. As you are heading towards the goal, decide that, listen, this is a race and I'm not coming out of this race. I'm not stepping out of my lane until I reach my goal.
First place!
And if you don't make that decision, you've already decided you're going to fail.
Yeah.
If you don't make that decision, listen, if you're not willing to make the decision that I'm going to endure, stop, tap out. You're not on it.
Yeah.
You're not on it. Tap out. You have to tap out now. You're wasting your time. Yep. You can decide, just go be mediocre. Go do it.
Ooh, that one was painful.
Yeah,
Ooh! So it's just going to be mediocre. Ooh, somebody, I know your armpit is prickling. Well.
Remove the morning gown.
I'm removing the morning gown, fam. I'll pull up the sleeves, let's get it. Go and be mediocre. Go be mediocre. Do you know one thing that pained me about the last video? People saying, I'm going to watch this video again in a month's time. I'm sorry, what does that mean?
It means they're not going to do anything. That's what that means.
You've already made a plan that in my future, in my near future, I'm not going to succeed where I want to succeed because I'm gonna need this video. And then many of you said it. I know right now you're feeling it in your chest. Because what does it say about you? That should never be the way you...
thinking they just want to be reminded. Core blimey.
You want to be reminded? No, I don't need to be reminded. Listen, I have to change the podcast I'm listening to because I realise that these people are trying to motivate. I don't need motivation no more.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it. I wouldn't need to hear that video again after hearing it one time and I really felt it. I don't need to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I tried for you people.
You don't need to hear that.
No.
Make a decision. I'm going to be committed to this journey. And by fire or by force, I'm going to make it. Whatever the goal is, I'm going to get there. I'm going to be committed. I'm going to stay in the race.
And sorry, just to add onto like what does enduring look like, that even when you're tired, you still do the work that you need to do, that there's no giving up, there's no turning back on this thing, that whatever it takes, I might have sleepless nights, I might feel tired, I'm gonna feel exhausted, and some days you might feel like giving up, but the thing is that you won't do it. That's what endurance is, that whatever this dream of yours throws at you, you're going to take it and you're going to use it to be like your fuel to keep you going. And just having the understanding that when you're enduring something, endurance isn't a word for, it's not a word of pleasure. It's like if you're doing endurance, like in the gym, like, you know, endurance normally means you have to run for like a long time.
Yeah.
When I'm just thinking bleep test.
You know when you're on the treadmill, like you have to just keep, it's like endurance testing. You're just running, you're tired. You feel like your brain's gonna drop out of your head. You can taste blood. Like you're tired. Like you want to give up. Like you're thinking, what is this? But you enjoy. You press on. So finally, if you're with a trainer and they press stop, you're thinking, you're breathless, like because you have been putting all of your energy in it. But how do you feel at the end of enduring? You feel satisfied and you feel pleased with yourself that you were able to get through that. Endurance is not a simple process, but it takes a lot from you, but it also grows you and it also stretches you and allows you to become stronger, and you will learn so much through enduring as well. So I just want to make it clear, like, enduring is not going to be looking like sitting down. Enduring is, I'm going to be sweating and I'm going to be having sleepless nights and headaches, but it's going to be worth it.
I just want to add one quick thing about what she said that I just thought just kind of was like a light bulb in my head about what she said about endurance stretches you and allows you to grow. So if something is stretching you, it's increasing your capacity.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I thought.
It's increasing your
Definitely
capacity.
increasing your capacity. So,
yeah. I think we can leave those as our nuggets.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we can keep going. I promise you I can keep going.
Yeah, we can keep going.
Let's cut it, man.
That's for me. We're done talking.
Well, guys, we hope you liked our podcast. Let us know what you think. I know already people will be like, oh my God, guys, yeah, please do another one. That's what you guys are like. So we really hope that you guys enjoyed it.
We'll really see anyway. You people, you be having like, they have like a 30-40 minute video. They think they want more. Can you really handle it?
Can you handle this Pepe in your armpits? Yeah. But yeah, we hope it was useful to you, and we hope that you took what we said on board, and you know that we've let you know that this isn't, we're not just coming on YouTube saying
do this,
and we're not doing it ourselves. Yeah. We're living what we say.
Yeah.
So we are people of integrity.
Yeah.
You know?
I wanted to add, I'm actually tired. Like, I'm actually tired, because when Zoe was like, oh, you're gonna be tired. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm actually tired. Minimal sleep. A lot of working hours, then coming home and doing the work again. It's tiring.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know what my goal is.
Yeah, 100%. No, there's no time for resting.
There's time for resting. Rest in the Lord. But
as in, I'm talking about physical sleeping, like oversleeping, having 8 hours sleep a night. Who do I think I am? 8 hours sleep.
8 hours? What's wrong with 8
hours? 8 hours sleep.
I had 8 hours in a minute, fam.
8 hours sleep. You know when I sleep, or when I oversleep on accident, I wake up 8 hours sleep, and then I want to scream. 8 hours. Who's 8 hours for? That is for the people that are walking fully in their purpose. Me, I haven't reached there. Sorry, absolutely not.
Them man working in their purpose aren't sleeping.
And they don't even sleep.
They don't sleep in 8 hours.
They don't sleep in 8 hours. But then that's my mindset. I know when I get that, even then I'll probably reduce the sleep even more. But
I can't be reducing sleep, man. I need it. Anyway, you look. Have a nice, I don't know what time you're listening to this. Have a nice day, night, whatever. Adios.
Yeah, arrivederci, people, man.
Good evening and good night.
Hasta luego.
Bye.
Bon voyage.